Thank you to be so patient. Thank you to put all your attention to this talk because we want to express ourselves. We want to do something in our time life. Our time life is very, very short. Um, Already I am 70 years old and I see the life is like Spartan and I am already old. So nobody lives more than 100 or 150 or 200 years, even 200 years, or we live in 500 years. It's very short, the life. We don't can see so much of the life. So thank you so much about get the topics today. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
medicine, people, the talking about the manage of the elementales, the elements, and also the calendar systems and codexes. Yeah. So.
Oh, thank you, Wewe. So,
Mhm.
welcome everyone. Yes, this is the introduction for the topic of today. Thank you, as also said, everyone who was waiting. We have, as always, technical problems at the beginning, and today we have prepared a topic which is very interesting, but also maybe very unusual for people to listen about it. Personally, when I got to know a bit about the codex that also Aga will explain us today, I was very surprised, and I can see how important it can be to hold the fundaments of the community building. And as you know, we have prepared this series of conversations to share several topics which we believe are important to create or to build and to hold the new communities that we are also looking for to build together. And yes, today the topic is codexes and the timekeepers. So this will be according to the introduction that Oso has just shared with us. You already know us, and for the ones who don't know us yet, so here together we are with Oso. He's a medicine man who has been sharing the tradition of the Native Americans, um, going through different ceremonies, helping, supporting people in their processes of development and finding themselves. And together with his wife Aga, who is a psychotherapist with a degree in art, in psychology and art. Sorry, Aga. And they together have been sharing this beautiful labor for many years. So yes. If you would like to say something else, Aga, and also otherwise, you can continue also with the topic. That will be very nice for people to know what are the codexes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
How
so much. You want to say something?
No, it's okay.
Mm?
Maybe we'll go a little bit closer.
Mm.
Here.
Okay.
Thank you.
One of the topics, very, very excited topics, is about codexes. Codex. What is the codex?
what is a
Yeah,
codex?
then call codex because it's the coding. You know, the coding something. Uh, and codexes was used for in the schools for teaching most of the time children's, and also the children's was very, very important in our communities because this is the future, and good education in children, good educations and the small ones give it to us a very good education and the communities and the towns even the countries, yeah, have very deep roots. This is why the codex are very important. Uh,
Aga, something happened with the audio. I cannot hear you now.
And back in this time
Now.
was billions, but we have the unfortunate to be invaded by people who really don't have even idea about knowledge, about anything. See, it's people who until today, see, it's incredible until today. So about all these millions of codexes was born. Yeah, this codex was born and most of the time for the Mayans, and the Mayans was the main Diego de Landa was the priest in the church, and was in the town of Mani, Yucatan, yeah, in July 12, 1562. King Pilate, the people says, was the biggest of the 5 or 6 houses bunch of codexes was born. Yeah. The same thing happens in Mexico City with and here in this time nobody want to give the name, like with the Mayans give the name like Diego de Landa, yeah. So was all the who signed it was all the frailes, European friars, see. So together make but was for then put the order of the king of Spain, because all the codexes was obras del demonio, see. They all was making by the Diablo. Most of people understand, what I try to do, because for me, it says Diablo in English is hard for me, because I don't want to, my expression maybe sounds like one of the names of somebody, and I don't want to tell it. Because for me, all the names sounds very weird. Yeah. Okay, so I respect all the people. I don't want to call them like that, see? So the most important people who stole the codexes was Marie Alexis Aubin, see? Alexander von Humboldt, Lorenzo Buturini, I think was the one or so many. In the end, only survived 23 codexes out of billions and billions of billions. See?
Billions of different codexes. All these codexes that were destroyed, they were different from different traditions.
Yes, with different traditions, but keep it in the one place.
Maybe describing different things, right?
Yeah, describing. Yeah, was mathematical, astronomy, medicine, ceremonials. We was lucky, and the Pope from John Pablo II give back one of the codexes from the Vatican, and this I have a copy here. See, so if somebody want to know, this is the codex. See. The codex is de la Cruz Laudiano. Yeah. Es de la Cruz Badiano. I'm sorry. De la Cruz Badiano. But guess what? See? When you see the codex, you can't find no things about it's the codex. See? This was making what William Gates. See?
More to the
William Gates. What William Gates make the codex or make something like that? See, it's because we live in the piracy world. See, somebody get the information, grab the information, and do by themselves. See, you can hear songs in our community, or you get into the another countries. and it's appropriation. You hear even in getting the Grammys and the songs get the #1 in the Grammys. One of these songs have even for weeks the #1. See, the name is the song La Bamba. This was very ceremonial song, but this is how it's appropriation.
Can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
So this is all that survived in original. Those 2 pages, or it's more? He just this is his interpretation, right?
No. All this, Aga says if surviving only these features or these pages inside. No.
Yeah, because these symbols, these are how the codexes look like, right?
Yeah,
so,
the codex. Then using
also the other book, when you have like all the hieroglyphics and all the graphics, the illustrations.
All the illustrations, is they're using only for marketing, see? And so you can see this is original, copy of the original codex, but then erase everything meaning codex and leave only the name of the person who translates and him appropriated, see? And the codex is about the herbal plants, see? The name of the plant, the hair, and Nahuatl. See, most is in Nahuatl because it's the Aztec language. Yeah. So many herbs. And what is the reason? What is the name? what they're using for? And it's a completely volume of how we call encyclopedia of the herbal. It was the first encyclopedia because for sure was making before the contact with the Europeans. This is one. And another one is nobody back in the time, nobody even exists, the scientists following the ways of plants, herbs. Even they don't have
in the first page. Can you show the first page when you have like the original codex? If you can show, if you open and you can show inside the first page, the first one, when you have the first graphic, this one, right? Because what you can see in the left, this is how it looks, the original codexes. And what I understand, the codexes are these ancient books that all civilizations created. And all these books, they were full of this kind of glyphs, illustrations, kind of hieroglyphics and symbols. And in these graphics that you can see, they include information about astrology, mythology, rituals, the calendars, and daily life rituals as well. And as also mentioned before, this was how the children were learning about the culture. Basically, in this book that also is sharing, so someone else already kind of described maybe one by one of the illustrations. However, it looks like children were just learning by interpretation and remembering the symbology maybe of the colors of all the graphics, and by that way having a lot of information in one single book, right? That holds that information about the culture.
Exactly. We still give this knowledge for the people, but about the colors, the energy is a cold or hot or basic, and our knowledge. In using this, we can using all this book, all the knowledge is in this book. But guess what? Until today, there's so many people make books with biologists and also herbologists, but they never put attention and energy. You know about how energetic could be more energetic or low in energy. Also is warm, hot, and also use a question. Simple. How many plants growing with the sun? See, and the presence of sun. And how many plants growing with no presence of sun? Yeah. Make a list and give me only one and put in the chat. One plant growing with no sun, because almost all the plants need the sun to grow. But these plants too could growing with no sun. See, you can find the explanation here. Yeah, here is explanation. But guess what? Nobody understands the explanation. Why? Because it's different culture.
Different interpretation.
Different culture, different interpretations, it's different. So to make the people to think about an Indian, you have to be an Indian. See? You have to be a Native American. I know because my Chahoya went to America last month. Yeah. And she get into one of the most beautiful places is Arizona, Sedona, all the places, and you can see everything is energy, everything is healing.
Yes, it's
The
amazing.
sun is so different, the plants growing different and very powerful.
It has its own being, its own consciousness. It's very clear, the difference.
So how you can make another people from another part of the planet to understand us Native Americans? See? You have to be inside of make Native American to understand. So if you are not in that way, you never understand this book. You can translate, you can do whatever you wanted, but it's something like with no sense.
It's incomplete.
I got another
Can I say
codex.
something?
Okay.
So I think that, as we mentioned many times before, like codexes were mainly done in this way, having a lot of pictures, because children from the very early age were studying all of these principles about cosmology, about the planets, about the plants. And why? Because as we spoke about the structure of the community and the society of the indigenous people, it is the base for everything. So like they have to understand how the cosmos works, how the planet move, how their energetics influence the life, influence the people, influence how the crops are growing, when to put the seeds, when to cover the plants, because the energies coming from the cosmos is burning and you have to protect your plants. If you don't cover the plants, you will lose everything. So it was so closely done, that what I'm trying to say is that maybe it was not just the philosophy or knowledge that was studied, it was almost like a survival manual. It's like everything was so important. That's why they were teaching from children from very young age. And as also mentioned, the big part of everything is spirituality. So whenever they would talk about, because Asian people had technology too, and as in many Native American traditions or indigenous traditions all around the world, there are many stories about the sky people that are coming and sharing the knowledge. So in the North America as well, there are many stories where sky people were coming, and there are many stories they're saying that Native American people are people from the sky. They came from the sky. So the same with the knowledge there has been in many traditions. It's still just oral tradition. They never created codexes, but in many traditions they did, and they were destroyed by the people or systems that wanted to control the indigenous cultures. And the same way as spirituality was important in codexes, it was important in mathematics, in cosmology, in technology. they would just never exclude it. Like, it's not like it's a separate subject and there is no space for spiritual understanding of this phenomenon. It was always understood in a spiritual way. Like, as you said, everything has a spirit, everything has the consciousness, and this consciousness and is influencing even the end result for something, because it just depends that people who come together and work together or something, depending on their thoughts and energy, they would have certain outcome. Different group of people would have different outcome. So like Native Americans, like having this very grounded spirituality in everyday life, they knew it, like it was their principle. Like they would never exclude that from the daily activities. So I think that this part is important. And as also says, like sometimes people from different countries take just little pieces of information and want to translate it and make it available. And of course, I don't know how much, I didn't read this book, so I don't know, but how much he really studied with native people and how much of it is his interpretation and how much of it it's really what indigenous people would tell him, right? Like, I really don't know, you know? Like if this is his interpretation or somebody helped him. He studied
number
right?
Number one. He make a translation, because really, this is part of the everyone accepted this book. The first is like any person try to understand our culture, first have to translate. See, and somebody make a good translation, bad translation, very horrible translation, doesn't matter, because at least some people understand something in the letter, see? Because they says, oh, I understand, because it's an Aztec herbal. Oh, it's perfect and clear for me. Yeah? But if I says this Aztec doesn't exist, but anyways, if I says Aztec Pachtli, it is completely don't understand. Anytime we're talking about Pachtli, nobody knows what we're talking about. See?
And again, like I think that with the translations for indigenous languages, because they are ancient languages, so as spirituality and energy is very important and base for everything, it's the same with the language. Every word has an energetic meaning.
Express much more.
Yes, exactly. So it's not like artificially created language that has the word, and the word has only like one specific meaning. It is the representation of the energy. It's the same like in ancient runas or agmas or other. It was not only the sound, not only the letter, but it was the representation of the energy, and also very often correlation with the energy in the cosmos. Like one runa doesn't only mean the letter or the name for the runa. It was also like and the same in Nahuatl, right? Like you even say
a lot of sense.
Like what the Quetzalcoatl really means, and it's always about the meaning. The meaning behind the word is energetic.
It's like when we were sharing together in the TEOTLAK ceremony. So a couple of people, we received a new name, and we had a ceremony to receive the name. And also we'll say the name, and we'll say that this holds a new vibration, and that each of us will start to tap into this vibration. And he will say the name to the four directions. So may the cosmos also get familiar about this vibration, and that's amazing. Yeah.
Because it's everyone, everything in this planet, in this world is vibration. See, we vibrating, higher vibration, lower vibration, and make the mass. The mass make the object. See, this vibrating
manifestation
of the matter. Yeah. This vibrating different than me. See? And even my clothes vibrating in different in different ways. So when we give a name, give a vibration with the words, see, like a tona, and repeat and start vibrating, see, in higher or lower or middle vibration, doesn't matter, but you get vibration. And later in the universe, when you say your name, how you say your name in the universe, you vibrating, you send this vibration and come back the vibration also. Yeah, this is what is very important.
So when there is a translation, the original vibration is already distorted.
Exactly. Yeah, because it should be pronounced in the way it was created, because it came from the sound. The sound is the representation of the vibration and the frequency and the wave of the energy coming from the cosmos. And then the physical manifestation is only the physical representation of the bigger idea and consciousness, right, about something.
Yeah.
And with the sound, the vibration, we are also perceiving subtle information that maybe it is not very clear by the images or just by the communication of the information.
Yeah, it's also it's encoded in the songs about the special vibration, like okay? But what about when we says it's nothing, or everything is this is how the new language has created, see, with no sense, see, and also keep the people disconnected. This is what is artificial languages. The another people to controlling the humans, then using these systems to disconnect it from the roots. Yeah. So also I have another different codex Borgia. Then save this codex from to be burned. See, I have the proof to then try to burn this book, but in the end, somebody ending in the Borgia. You know which was Borgia. See, the Borgia people in Italy, the popes. Yeah, all the family Borgias who have very nice and good history. Yeah, so you see the
pieces are burnt.
The pieces are burned. See, so you can see what is the codex talking about ceremonies. Yeah, I don't know how we can see.
You can see good. It's good. Yeah. So you can see here. So every page says how to prepare and set up the location and the time for the ceremony.
Yeah, the ceremony. Even I think I have here the ceremony for 2012. The end of the right here. This page is the end of the time. See, let me see.
Which page you're trying to show? This one?
This one. This. Where is my finger? Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Can I help you? I help you.
Yeah. So you can see this 13 different eagles. See? And the middle of the eagles is the butterfly. So you can see what a butterfly is in the middle of the eagle. You can count 7, and the number 7 is butterfly. From 7 is another 6, and from the butterfly is in the middle. The butterfly means transformation. Yeah, means transformation between the level of the eagles. The eagle representing the sun representing the time. Yeah. So also you can see the moon and counting the 3 moons. 3 moons is the third moon is in March. So the ceremony have to be to the sun. The sun is sitting there, and also you can see Quetzalcoatl, of the center of the universe, eating everything on time. I don't know what is this. See? This. Eating. The time eating everything. Every second eating us. You know, we get older and starting this is the representation. See, the ego representing time. See, representing time. So we can go page by page and talking about. See, the another one is the ceremony. Maybe this is the four-color ceremony. See? This. See, do you see the black?
Yeah.
You see the
Which one are you showing? This one?
okay, yeah. You see the red, the yellow, yeah, and the white. See? So if the people thinking they then discover there are white no long time ago, this is thousands of years already. The ancestors know it's the four colors of the people. See. And this is the ceremony of the four colors. See, the four colors of people. So the four colors of people already was and making ceremony together. See, this is not new. See, about the Africans and make all these stories of the Africans and discover Africans and no, or the yellow people is there. See, and every page talking about one of the stories, see, stories of the planet, stories, see, and also in the entrance, see, you can see two deities, see. This is Tezcatlipoca, yeah, or is the Quetzalcoatl is and the two. You can see it's like a yin yang in Chinese, and it's about the good and bad, and also the war. Like we fighting with ourselves. We don't fighting with nobody else. We fighting with ourselves, and we defeating ourselves. See, in this case, show who defeating who. See, and you can see, and the and representing the two ourselves fighting each other to try to achieve something, maybe be better, maybe not be better, maybe see, but also around, see, here is the time, see, this is everyday symbol. So this
It is a lot of information indeed, Wei. And just conscious about the time, because we have also a part about the timekeepers. I would like to ask you how the codexes can help to build the new communities, because you mentioned that the children, they are still learning with the codex, right? So something that can be introduced to people outside of the Native American tradition, for example. Or how do you see that this could help? Yeah, just to build the new communities.
I think that because, as we said earlier, this is the base for everything. So the ancient people, the traditional communities who have their medicine people, spiritual leaders, elders, timekeepers, calendar keepers, sky watchers. They're watching this because even though the cycles repeat, from time to time different things happen in the sky. And those who are ceremonial keepers, marking the time for different things, like even the Sundance ceremony, for those who keep the seasons, the people who keep the track of the lunar calendar, and again, teaching children through the stories. And how it is helpful in the community, it's not like it's helpful, it's the base. So like they would never create anything without the alignment.
This is Sundance ceremony, the tree of life. see? And all the people around dancing around the tree of life, see? So I hear some people says, oh, the Sundance ceremony belongs to these people. Oh, the Sundance ceremony belongs to the person to make the pictograph. Yeah, and already it's like who took the pictures, it's no photographs, it's no cameras back in the time, see? But this is this codex is more than 1,000 years old. So the person who knows about the Sundance lived about more than 1,000 years ago, and he took the idea, see, and make the pictographs, and for sure, this is a person who holding the knowledge about Sundance, see. This is my idea, see. So talking, like Aga says, talking about ceremonies, talking about, it's too much information, and the codex. This is the Borgia Codex. Everyone can see, because also you can print a PDF and internet. But the original, I think the original is still in Vatican. So the Vatican give a permission to somebody to take pictures to this woman Giselle Diaz and Alan Rogers is here. See, then get the permission to make the pictures and make a publish the Codex Borgia. I'm sorry, but I want to know and let you know how many codexes, what is the name of the codexes, then say. It's 23 codexes. Okay, it's Codex Nutal Souche. Códice Borgia is what we see, the Codex Borgia. Códice Laud. Códice Dresden. This Dresden is in Germany. Códice Mendoza. Códice Florentino. This Códice Florentino is in Italy, in Florence. Códice Buturini is in Italy. Códice Paris is in Paris, France. Códice Madrid is in Madrid. Códice Borbónico. El Códice Selden is in Germany. Códice Colombino Becker, also in Germany. El Codex Vindobonesis, o el Códice Trocortesiano, ¿sí? El Códice Badiano. Códice Badiano de la Cruz Badiano, who the father, the John Paul II give it back to Mexico, is this, yeah? And so most of the most important codexes, but out of billions of codexes, only 23 survive. And we don't talking about the codexes, Inca codexes, because disappear. All the codexes and Inca people from Ecuador, Peru, Colombia disappear. And I know somebody keeps it in some areas very secluded, but like I says again, why you need something you don't understand? What you need something used to keep it because it means money. If you share with somebody like something very simple like this, see, this is the year 2024, already 2025. Okay, this is the representing the day and night. See, this is the year. See, the year is the Matlatli once Ome. Yeah, Matlatli once Ome is Tekpal. See, this is the number. This is the year, and here is the month. This is exactly this month. Yeah, and we call Atomostli is the month. See, and here is the day of today. See, 15. Today is 15. See, and today is meaning 7 Osomatli. See, the 7 Osomatli is se ome ye nawi makwili chikwase chikome Osomatli, 7 Osomatli. See, and Ozomatli means monkey. Is the energy of the number 7, siete, chikome, ozomatli. See? So this is also a codex. See? So you thinking the codex is already doesn't work? I take the picture of this from today, and have to be the next month, see? And it's still running from 1,000 years.
Wow, this
You
is in the
see, it's like a today. And you can see tomorrow can be 16, and have to be Malinali, see? Malinali, a number, Chikuye 8 Malinali, see, in our account, and keep going, 17, 18, 19. You can see the full moon is the 13, see? The 13th of this month, and was the day, what is this symbol? Next to Toshli, I think I'm wrong about, I think it's Malinali. I'm sorry, it's 13 Malinali. The 13, see? Here, right here. So this is no like old or something doesn't work. What is that? Because what is the problem? Because this is only symbols. Looks like a Disneyland or Disney or Walt Disney figures, you know. But it's not. This is still alive, and this is energy, because you can see the 11 right here. Deer. The deer means number 7. This meaning nitrogen. Means nitrogen. So because the people back in the time when the invaders came to America, and then even don't have idea the tabla periódica de los elementos, the periodic table of the elements, see? So they don't know already this the periodic table of the elements.
It was in the codex already.
And already was in the codex. So you can see the like a number, the number 1, yeah, the number, the starting the number 1 in the month was yeah, so yeah, okay, I want to talk.
So I just wanted to go back to finish and answer Jessie's question when she asked how this applies to the community building. So because when you have the calendar, when you know how to read the calendar, when you know how to read the codexes, you can set up the fundamental basis for everyday life. So symbols from the calendar, like also says, the energies of the day are the energies that are recognized in the children that are born on the particular day, with the particular number, in the particular month, and in the symbol of the particular year. And then again, everybody knows their natural predisposition to do certain things, and this would be enhanced and encouraged by the elders, by the teachers, and then the children would go in a natural way according to their energy. And the same when there was always the day set up when they, for example, need to move from one place to another if they were a nomadic tribe. Or if not, what was the opening date to create the city and closing date, because they had this theory that they cannot exploit one place for too long. So they would build the town, live there for a certain amount of time, following certain energies, and then they would just leave and leave the city to be abandoned so the nature can take over and bring back to the natural balance. So they would never stay for like hundreds and thousands of years and exploit the same area. They always had the idea they take what they need at that time, and then they keep moving so the place have time to recover, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the same when you want to build the community, you want to find the place, there is a specific time when you should look for the place. Then there is a specific date when you put the first tipi or when you put the fire in your community. And then there is a specific constellation, how you're gonna design your community, like in which places the homes or teepees gonna be, and they're gonna represent what energies, what constellation, with what celestial events they're gonna be corresponding.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not really how helpful it is. As I said, it's just for the ancient indigenous people, it was the basis for everything. So they can live in the harmony and the balance, not only with themselves, but with nature, with plants, with animals, with the natural energies, with the cosmos, the stars, and also their own personal predisposition, their own code of the soul, their own spirit, right? Because if they are being manifested on earth in the particular energy, it means this is their spirit. They wouldn't manifest anywhere else because it would be not compatible by frequency. So I think that the same, like we wanted to talk, we mostly talked about the codexes, not the the codexes are being interpreted with the accordance and understanding of the Aztec calendar. And then there are 20 symbols, right?
20 symbols, yeah.
Symbolizing 20 energies.
Because I try to figure, with the periodic table of the elements to match it with the calendar. And also with the, like today is the 15, but meaning like, meaning monkey. And monkey means the element, you see the element. So meaning like, depends the day is what we have to eat. And don't get sick.
Planet too, no?
And also the planet, what we have to eat, what the color of the food we have to eat. See? And so the elders have to, especially the mothers or the grandmas, have to choose the foods to cook for today. See? So this is very important part of what we have to eat, see? And we have carrots, maybe we have to eat carrots every day. But the people have to be aware about the element, see? What is the element of governing every day? See, different days, different element. So because our elements is our medicine, but our element also is our sickness too.
Yeah.
So we have to choose, the grandmas have to choose what they have to eat, also what they have to do. Today is a monkey day, so today is like a funny day. So today everyone's go to be like a monkey and make fun of everything, jumping from here into there. Also the monkey meaning Mercury. You hear about Mercury get retrograde, Mercury do this, Mercury do that, because this is why Mercury is represented by the monkey, jumping back and forth all the time. Yeah. So this is what is very important also, what this the day, what is the energy, what is the level of energy every day is very important. So in the community, you want to have very healed community, you have to follow the concepts and precepts of the universe,
Natural
vibration with the universe. See, so in that way, all the people get always healed and healthy, very healthy community. You don't follow that, you get all the people sick all the time.
You have a long way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just one question. Are we also having some bullet points about the timekeepers?
Yeah.
We can conclude with the codexes.
Yeah, the timekeepers.
Yeah. Okay, so before we close it, I just want to say thank you to people who is with us, people who is sending us some messages, to Marius, to Justina. There are some new people as well. Shalab Sharma with us, Marius. Thank you for all of us. And if you have any questions, if you are interested about the topic, feel free to send us the questions, and also Aga will reply. Also in the channel, we have another conversations previously on different topics at any time. Also, if you have any idea of a topic that you want to cover, feel free to reach out to us. As you see, there is a lot of information about the codexes, and also on Aga, they are very familiar with this. And also we would like to tell right now, and Aga will complete this information as well, we're preparing a full program for them to teach about the calendar. And this information we will also give with more details later. However, in this conversation, you already have a glimpse about how it looks, the interpretation of these symbols, and how important it is to understand it, to be aligned, right, with the energies of the nature, of the cosmos, to find this cyclicity in ourselves as well, and as a community. So if you are interested in this topic, also reach out to us, so we know that yes, that you would like to learn about the calendar. So yeah, this will be just a disclaimer right now. I think we have a message also from Joanna. She said, thank you. I got here by coincidence, but you're just answering the questions I've been asking and following since a while. The story unfolds. Thank you. Thank you, Joanna, for being. And Mateus also said that it's very interesting, and thank you. Yeah, so now
we're going to have more questions, or somebody question something?
No.
So far? Okay, maybe coming later. Yeah. So talking about the timekeepers, starting since the beginning of the humans get into the planet. So we have stories about two ways how the people get into this planet, see? One is the people get and born from this planet since the beginning, like starting from the simple cellular cells, as maybe coming from bacteria, and later from the idea of the species, evolution. This is one of the ideas. We have these ideas too. So, and also the another one, we came here from the stars. And wherever is your beliefs, what church you go in, if you believe in the stars or you believe in the bacteria, I think we have both conclusion of both stories about it. So for us, it doesn't matter. We coming from the bacteria, we coming from the stars. We get here right now and we accept it. So in the beginning, people have to talk about it and tell the people the beginning, like the new people right now, this generation, the crystal generation of what is the new generation right now? The alpha generation, beta generation. Yeah, everyone has their own ideas or their own vibration, see? So there's necessary to match, the explanations or to people get the information. This is why the medicine people or spiritual leaders are aware about how they have to evolve to teach the new generation. Yeah. So how is the time? So how and keep the what you're talking about, the timekeepers and the energy passing from one generation to another generation, for sure. To get the more amount of information, you have to be an elder. See? So what person for 5 or 6 years old can tell you a story, if then maybe reading in books or reading in somebody else or hearing the story somebody else. The most important is somebody to already living the life and got their own experiences. This is why the elders are very important. The more older, the more knowledge. Like Matusalem, right? If Matusalem had to appear here, he lives his 600 years for sure. He collecting so much information. So about the people also, they using the calendar people, because they need a calendar for planting, growing, for the people to keep the energy, to protect the people, to see when it's good for hunting, for the fishing. You see, what is the best times? Because everything is cyclical. See, so also need the people to put attention, the sky watchers and astronomers, to keep these numbers to match and get the accurate numbers. Just imagine the calendar already. We're talking about this calendar already. We saw, you see, is running for proof 64,000 years. Why? Because first, before then make the calendar, we have to go in this process about the sky watchers, the astronomers, and check the dates, and check how the dates come back, or the weather, all the cyclical weathers, how the planets go around. If you are not sure, you don't can carve something how to be forever, yeah. Like the comets coming every 72, 76, 76 years, like comets. And so need time. So he already running for 64,000 years. For how long then checking? See, we're going for 1,000, 100,000, maybe millions of years ago. See? To get collecting all this information, to talk with you right now, and very weird language to communicate it, because we don't have another language to communicate it. This is the lingua franca to talk with each other. Yeah, maybe soon this lingua franca had to change, because the humans evolving all the time. So about the ceremonies, we have sun dance ceremonies, moon dance ceremonies, dances or ceremonies for the children to pass into the next level, to be teenagers, or even we have ceremonies for elders, la danza de los viejitos, see, only elders dancing, yeah, and also people who, after these experiences, then turn themselves into storytellers, telling the story about community, how the time was long time ago, how you living with no computers, with no cars, with no even we live in time ago with no bread. Yeah. And maybe some of the people is still younger or older around here, and then remember was a world with everything was destroyed, everything was invaded with no respect. So many people get killed. See, these people are storytellers, and right now everyone forgot about it. See, now we are sleeping with the enemy. See?
Yeah, people don't even remember.
People don't remember, and supposedly we live in peace. See, it's like you long time ago, people was eating for anacondas. See, and all the people forget about living with anacondas and piranhas eating the people, and anacondas eating the people, and now nobody tell you again, and you still sleeping with anacondas and piranhas again. See. Because you forget about the story. So a storyteller need to tell you your city was destroyed. And anacondas and piranhas came up here and stole it and get everything you belongs. See? And now you are compadre with the anacondas and piranhas again. See? So we forget about the story. And if we forget about the story, we have to repeat again the story. Yeah. So this is why the storytellers are very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just following with the line of the timekeepers and also with the time of the life. We have 1 hour right now, and I have a final summary, but this only if Wewe, Aga, you have covered everything you have about the topic.
I mean, this topic is so wide that we didn't even mention how many calendars are included in the Aztec calendar, because it's there are epochs, there are times when one specific color of humans is dominating. There is times when one specific kind of animals is dominating. There are times when time goes fast, and there are times when time goes slow. There are times when people live short, and there are times when people live 800 years. So all of these things are included in the calendar.
And stories about already what happened in previous civilizations as well. I remember telling me.
You have pretty good history, if you can read it out from 64,000 years backwards.
Yeah,
and now the cycle ended, the whole calendar ended in 2012. So now we're starting over. The same energies, the same stories. They might, as we are also moving with our consciousness and through the universe, this can manifest in a different way. Even as also said, you can be surrounded by anacondas and piranhas and you don't know. So it's very important to always understand the spiritual meaning and energetic frequency representation of something, because this is what's important. You cannot expect it's gonna exactly manifest in the same way as it manifested 12,000 or 30,000 years ago. But the symbology and the energetic and the spiritual meaning behind it and the result will be the same. It's just like a spiral going through the cosmos. It's the deeper understanding of the consciousness, the wider the perception, but the manifestation going in supposedly in cycles. But we have to remember that we're going through the cosmos as a spiral. So we are really never exactly at the same position, right?
Yeah, we never come back again to the same position and the
but calendars can help us see the tendencies, right?
Yeah. The calendar help us to repeat the cycle again
and understand better, right? What we have to do, what is important, what we have to focus on, what to let go, with which energies to work, with which energies do not get involved, and
because right now everything is like a come back again, see? And you see in countries, big countries, small countries, and before no was countries, was everyone was living in the free world. But this is what people says, living in peace, living in different dimensions. Yeah. So the talking about technology, talking about technology. Then thinking about the indigenous people in America, they don't have technology. We have the more advanced technology until today. It's not recognized because the system don't like it, they don't want it, but then take advantage, yeah? The elements, then is people to control the elements. So you can find people talking about, still about the medicine keepers and it's about the ancient people then are already right now then call themselves graniceros, diableros, cojoyoleros, hueseros, sahumadores, danzantes, totocintlics, voladores, nahuales. Is how the people hear about the medicine people. These medicine people take controlling the elements. What is the elements? The elements is the water, the fire, yeah, the earth, and the wind. And with the elements, then make two things happen. Then make rain. See, when then wanted, stop the rain or make rain. Yeah, or make the thunderstorm. Then call these people graniceros. Yeah, but the system is pointed in two things. See, right now in the world, what kind of people you are? See, I'm talking about you. See, talking about you. See, are you in military ways or are you in the peaceful ways? If you are doing the military ways, you have to know the graniceros is already in the system hard. Then controlling the weather all over the world. See, so if you are in peace, it's just people who put in water when you need the water when it's very dry, or stop the rain, or stop the hill, or stop the snow when you don't need it. See. See, this is very different, see? It's very different because it's in peace. So all the elements, like this is why most of this is translation from Spanish, diableros, cojoloyeros, los hueseros, ahumadores, o nahuales, see? Is the point of view, the translation, but all this, the people still until today to controlling the elements, the elementales. I belong to some of these, and I study with my abuelito, with my grandpa, study some of these principles. And so when you are in the school, you need to practice until you manage. Later, you have to be very careful because later everything is using for military. Maybe you hear
intention.
Yeah.
So I think that originally indigenous Asian people were using in the ceremonial ways. They were making rituals, working with the energies, frequencies in the astral, and their intentions were clear and pure because they wanted to survive and they wanted to have food. They wanted to have a balance in the planet, and now as this knowledge has been forgotten or partially destroyed, and the system is pushing different agendas. All this ancient knowledge they are trying to use in the nowadays system, but not to help people, to control.
All the knowledge is still around, but the military forbidden everyone to talking or try to do and working in these ways. This is why they want to erase all the indigenous people, because they don't want nobody else to control it. Yeah, this is another one. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. This has been a very intense topic, very interesting. But as Aga said, this is a wide topic also that is possible to cover. And this is something that we are looking to do for the future as well. We plan a series of 10 conversations. And for the future, we are planning to create the subtopics from those for the people who would like to know more about this. So if you got interested into this topic, also let us know so we can have an idea about as well how to prepare this program that we are thinking on. And conscious of the time, I think that will be all for this transmission. Aga Oso, thank you very much for sharing with us.
I just wanted to mention one last thing, because maybe people did not clearly see understand the difference. So we are currently working on 2 separate projects that gonna start online, and later they're gonna be implemented in the real experience in the physical community. But first we're starting online, and one of the courses will be on the Aztec calendars and codexes and how the knowledge can be implemented in everyday life activities. This is one. And the second one, based on the 10 topics that we are now freely talking and opening, we're gonna build the community building structure. But of course, like as we talk only 1 hour, there is not enough time to cover everything. But you can go to all the previous videos because they're all saved, and always see what we're gonna be covering, what's gonna be the modules, and how we're gonna do that. And we are doing our community project under the name of Arrow's Tribe. So wherever you go to the social media or email or fundraising, if you type in Arrow's Tribe, you're gonna see the same logo, and you're gonna can connect through different platforms with us. We also gonna be sending newsletters soon to those who sign up, who gave us their emails before, participating in different events and ceremonies. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to add. Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wei, would you like to say anything else before closing?
Thank you. I want to send peace for everyone at this beginning. So many people really, really want to change and be something better starting this 2025. And I want to support in all these people because already so many people starting, this is the second week, so many people start failing, starting, don't keep going, what then offer, and what then starting in the beginning of the year, to be strong inside, to change, to make exercise, to change the diet, to be better, and see, and after and get the detox. After the 2 weeks already, so many people fail, but so many people don't fail and keep going. I want to support in all of you to keep going to the end of the year. And you want more ideas after that, how to be strong inside, you
can use also you can use the calendar for the things when to cleanse yourself and when you fast. So you are in the harmony, and it's easier for you because you're carried with the energy of your birth sign. So the universe is supporting you while you're healing. So not everybody fasting at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So good to know. Aho. Yes, and from my side, the same. Just say thank you again for your time and for the way how you share this knowledge. And for everyone, just to comment something else about our community project, the Arrow's Tribe. This is the dream, right? At this moment, there are many communities already being built up, and many others, other people who is gathering together, willing to give the step to live in community. And with this vision of introducing the fundamentals of the Native American wisdom, this ancient knowledge that it is already there, it can be like a guideline for this community to grow stronger, to use this kind of knowledge which can be complementary. Since I moved to live in Poland, I noticed and realized that our cultures are complementary, that we have elements that are needed to each other. And in this case, this can be like a very important piece to come together. We have this plan to create this physical community in Poland, maybe in 2 years. So as well, for people who start to get to know us, if this is something that is calling you, how it will be to have this combination of Native American wisdom living together with everything also that has been learned in Europe. So this is the space, this is the place where you can find yourself also and a space to discover something new, to discover if this is your place. So thank you very much, and see you in the next transmission. It will be in 2 weeks at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I hoping you have questions and what we can talking about, in the next topics and the next
I mean, we have scheduled,
diffusions.
but if people give us questions,
We appreciate and you give to us ideas. What are you interested to listen about it? See.
So the next topic we're gonna have, I think we're gonna talk about what we had.
Trauma and healing.
Yes.
What is that?
Trauma and healing.
Trauma and healing. Yeah, it's very, very good.
So
topic.
whatever questions you have about that, in the perspective of indigenous cultures or Asian cultures in general, because I think it's gonna be relatable. Ask the questions.
Yeah,
We have 2 weeks to send us questions.
So
Yes.
I told I have to say, whatever is your trauma you have, call us and we talking about here.
You will start receiving a lot of letters.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. We have last comment from Joanna also. She said, amazing knowledge. Thank you very much for sharing it with us. And with this, we can close. Everyone, send you hugs.
Aho.
Aho.